Hey crocheters, in this video I'm going to show you how to sew soft eyes onto amigurumi. So for this exact video I'm showing you guys how to do it on the baby fox pattern, but the method is going to be the same for any eye you're sewing on any project, any size of eye. This is going to be the method that will give you the very best results. So you're going to want to reference the pattern that you're following, specifically as far as like eye placement and location and whatnot, but this method will show you how to do it. So to begin sewing an eye into place, first you're going to take the yarn tail from the eye and you're going to thread it onto your yarn needle. Just like so. And then I'm going to turn this a little bit because it makes it a little easier on me. You're going to take your yarn needle and you're going to go basically right underneath the outside corner of the eye, or the outside edge. Go ahead and pull it through, and then you're going to go, it's a little hard to see, I'm going to zoom in here just a smidge so we can see this a little bit better. You're going to go up through the next stitch, the front and the back loop. Pull it through, then you're going to go down through the next stitch, also front and back loop. And pull it through. Give that a little tug, and then once again you're going to go right underneath, basically as close to this edge of the eye as you can. Pull through. Go up under these two stitches, down under the next two, and then under a stitch in the head, really close to that eye. And so you're going to work around like that for the entire eye. But when you get about halfway, well actually more like 3/4 of the way around, we'll add a little bit of stuffing behind the eye. So once you get to kind of this corner of the eye, if you want to add eyelashes, which I'm not planning on doing for this project, but you just simply go like farther out into the project. You don't want to go just like one stitch here, because once you pull tight, it's going to disappear into the project. You want to go out at least 2 stitches if you want to have kind of any semblance of an eyelash. And then you'd go, from here you'd go right back into the edge of the eye. Like that. But like I said, I'm not going to add eyelashes this time, so I'm just going to continue sewing around. So at this point we're almost 3/4 of the way around. And something I like to do that gives the eye a little bit more of the 3D shape, so it doesn't look like it's just sewn on, is I like to put a little bit of fiberfill or some yarn scraps behind the eye. So I've got just actually the yarn tails from making the eye. That might be too many, so I'm just going to take a little bit like this. You really don't need much, and you're just going to put it right behind the eye. It might take a little bit of finagling to get in there. But once you kind of have it back behind, you're just going to finish sewing around the eye. I'm going to turn it again, just for ease of making. There we go. And what this does is it gives it a little bit of a three-dimensional effect. And that's like one of my favorite things about safety eyes, is that they are 3D and they take a stuffed animal and make it look a little bit more realistic in a sense. And so if you put just a tiny bit of fiberfill behind the eyes, you'll start to get that 3D effect as well. So right now I've gone all the way around and I'm just going to knot off. You want to make the smallest knot possible, which is often challenging. Like, that is not the world's best knot. That's pretty obvious right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, now because I have knotted it off, so to try and bury it, I'm going to put my needle through right here. Just going to bury it back here through the back side of the head. And there we go. I'm just going to give it a decent tug. Ooh, too strong of a tug. I misshaped the eye. With a little finger finessing, I can fix that. But then you can see the knot kind of disappeared because I buried it into the head. And then at this point you can either cut the excess or weave it in, or you can do a combination of both. And of course, you just repeat on the other side, and you have your safety eye, or your soft eyes, sewn on. So there you have it. That is the basics for sewing eyes onto amigurumi projects. If you want to take it one step further and check out my next video, it's going to be on shaping the head